Hey guys, Kevin Shaw here, editor-in-chief of Mopar Connection Magazine. We're on car number 2 for our Hot Rod Power Tour prep.
Yep.
Working on Jim's Belvedere. You guys have already seen this when we did the RO23 hood on it. Came out really cool. Totally changed the way that that car looks.
Personality now.
Oh yeah. We are also going to be stabbing in an American Powertrain 5-speed TKX. And we are doing a couple other things, including putting in a really cool set of TMI buckets.
Yes, sir.
And we're also putting in an American Powertrain clutch pedal.
Yes, the Malwood makes it. It's, you know, they sell it for them. Yeah.
Very cool.
It's
okay.
all in one.
Yeah, it's a very inclusive clutch pedal. It gets the reservoir off the firewall.
If you want, you can put it wherever you want. You can
Oh,
put
really?
It out or in works. Yes.
Oh, well, that's
gives
fantastic.
You a choice. Yeah,
it's pretty versatile.
Give you plenty of hose, and if you want it outside, fine. If you want it up under the dash, you can hide it where nobody will see
Tuck it away. Okay, even better.
As long as it's above the master.
Right. So we're gonna pull the bench seat out. We're gonna do a little bit of metal treatment on the car, and then we're gonna put the TMI buckets in, make sure that those fit really nicely, and then we're gonna keep plugging along on all the other steps. So hang on tight. I think you guys will enjoy this one, and it's our Hot Rod Power Tour thrash.
Yeah. Well, we got a week.
Yeah. Hey guys, real quick, we got a whole mess of new Mopar Connection Magazine T-shirts for sale. They're up here at the Mopar Connection store. We're gonna put the link up in the corner, and we have some really cool designs. The first one is my favorite, and this is called the Order of the Big Block. And as you can see, you're getting the full rotation of the big block firing order right here on your back. And in case you forget, you can have your buddy turn around and you can set your firing order the right way and not mess up. Second, we've got the What Does Mopar Mean to You? And it's a whole script of different definitions that have been some of the most popular ones that we've seen over the years. It's not all of them, but it's a snapshot of some of the best ones. So show your loyalty to Mopar by wearing it loud and proud. Grab yours at the store today. We'll put the link up in the corner. So the best way we figured to access the pedal would be to pull the foot vent out. So that's what Jim's doing first. And then we are going to access the clutch pedal and see if we can't put in the American Powertrain hydraulic clutch pedal.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got to do something with this plastic oil line. It's only been on here since '86. I need to put a copper one in.
Yeah.
I'll probably run it out where I ran this tube for my mechanical temp gauge. Oh, I need a wiggle here. I think it ought to come out easy. I've had it out recently. Well, within the last 2 years anyway.
All right, we got that bracket out.
Yeah, this is part of the bracket for the exchange when you buy the kit from American Powertrain for the other style that I have on it. And then we're going to go to the, I'll take my hood release off, get a Phillips screwdriver. Yeah, don't pay too much attention to my wiring. So this is on a weather plug, and I'll just unplug it. Makes it easy.
Hey, at least you don't have acorn.
Right, I didn't do that.
You don't have any acorn nuts on this.
Yeah, wire nuts, no. I wasn't going to do wire nuts.
It's like, all right, Jim.
I'm a little bit redneck, but I don't know.
You're not instilling me with a lot of confidence.
There's none of that. This literally slides off the end.
All right.
It's got bearings too. I didn't know it had bearings, so good.
All right.
Cool. Cool-a-roni. I didn't know how they did that. I thought it was just, and these little things here, you take and push oil in.
I know in the introduction I said we were putting an American Powertrain TKX. The reality is that Jim put his TKX in about 2 years ago, racked up over 20,000 miles on this stinking thing, and we're having that one rebuilt. He's putting a fresh one in. I think he's got machinations of putting a 5-speed in his truck, and that's going to be something later.
Yeah.
But so when I said we're putting a TKX in, I might have been a little disingenuous on what exactly everything's going in. They don't give you any sort of instructions?
No. That's
like a QR code?
Oh, yes, there's a QR code.
Oh, okay.
There.
Yeah, that's why. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I'm like, that doesn't sound like American Powertrain.
That nut has to be that side. Okay, I did, because this big old nut would never fit through that hole. This has got to be the side that holds the up against here.
Oh yeah.
That looks way better than, yeah. So this, anything. The brake pedal. It's bushed. Okay, this is bushed. Probably on my brake light switch. So now what I'm going to do is tighten these up against each other. So my new bolt. Well, these guys are onto something. They really did their homework to be able to do this on so many different cars. And just think about all the applications they're covering right here. Up here. I'm going to tighten the bracket bolt first, and then I'll go back and use the. Am I taking it back up? I did. I'll get my ratchet set right, and I'll start over. I didn't bring the right stinking extender. It's just going to give me more than I need, I think. We'll see. That's tight. Now, I'll tighten the big nut. And then I'll figure out what to do with the, yeah, I believe the reservoir will go out through there. And I'll let this character give them to me. Okay, I'll get that way. That looks good. How far am I through here? Okay. You see how I hacked the floorboard up trying to get all this stuff out. It's ugly, but trying to get the angle on the master, not knocking the master at all from the Hydromax. It's just the way it is forced down into a crack. I was never really super happy with it. It's a quality part. I just never did. This right here makes more sense for me. We'll take this line, and I'm gonna, for now, since I have a reservoir and I have a location, I will run this feller out this hole, and then I'm gonna build a grommet for it so that we protect it, and that'll go out there to the reservoir, and then I'll run my hydraulic line off the bottom out the hole, and it'll go down the throwout bearing, and we'll be done. I just can't do that till the transmission's in.
All right, so we're bracing up and locking up everything for the TMI buckets.
Yep, these would be my OE seat brackets, holes for the bench. And these dimples right here are our inners, right there.
All right.
I will drill through them, and this guy will mount.
Oh, good. Okay, they do line up.
It's pretty close. Yeah, it's pretty darn close.
All right.
And then this bracket actually holds the seat, and these bolt on the end here. I'll have to open them up a little so they'll fit right over the ends, and then you bolt that together, and the seat sits up off of that. You got two different heights too. I can make them higher or lower, which we're going to put them down low. Gotcha. You know, and that'll give us where we need to be to put the seat track on here and then have it adjustable. So I'm going to go ahead and drill these two holes here where we can get it set down on the floor, and then we'll work on these brackets here.
Okay.
See where we end up. This is getting it ready. The rest I have is way up in here. I got a couple of spots here and up in there. I've got a whole pan I can put in it. It's just not gonna happen yet. This is just getting it there. Wow, it's a good little fall. Let me see. I need to hog them out a little bit. Pretty good floor for a 60-year-old car, huh? Almost.
Yeah. Not bad.
Not a bad floor. The back is really nice.
Now,
the problem is,
does the seat bracketry come with any sort of mounting hardware?
yeah, it's just a bunch of little bolts go through it.
Okay, but through the floor hardware?
Yeah, got two nuts go on the back side. It's got there's lots of bolts in the kit.
Okay, well, that's good to know.
And there's that. And I'll vacuum it all when I get done. Cool. I just want to kind of set this. That's probably how it'll be, I would think. I guess this tightens here and that tightens there. Maybe that's how she works.
Well, I think you might.
The picture's unclear.
Might want to take a measuring tape and measure your width, because. Just to make sure.
Yeah, I don't end up making a big mistake. Things I need to know. Do I have, this track can't fit any other way because it's got to pull down. Maybe that wide. Of course, they're not, they belong. Okay, let's see how wide it is. From mount to mount. It's like 16 inches. And then there. It's not 16 inches. This one here would have to be to the outside too.
So outside to outside then?
Yeah, the outside to outside.
Okay, good to know.
We'll give it a whirl anyway. We'll set her down, see what it looks like. Okay. Hopefully it'll straddle them right there and it'll kind of look sort of, well, I need to make this level too. Let me get you guys. Push both all the way one direction. Pretty even, kind of. And that'll give me an idea how high we're going to sit in this car. It looks like it's going to be pretty good actually, because the floor drops down a bit. Come on. Whew. Carpet's in my way. Like that. Okay. I bet my bolts are under. Yeah. Fine. Come here. There. One or two bolts, and I'll get one started and see how we fare on that. It's a little low. Come on. Should be able to. There we go. Maybe that's all I wanted. It's gonna go some more. Got some more to go. All right. Let me get prying device.
Yeah, it reclines really nice. Oh, dude. Take a nap.
It doesn't like tuck me in so tight.
Right.
It almost feels like I'm leaning a little. I may have to run this up a little to kind of give it plenty of head space. I think it's lower than the bench seat was.
Oh, I would think so.
Cool. Well, I was trying to get that thing to sink down. It feels pretty good where it is. I might have to run, like I said, the inside up a little because you can see it's leaning in.
Okay.
Which, that's not a big deal. This Allen wrench socket is a little worn out, so I'm afraid to do too much with it. I don't want to strip out our
Brand new hardware. Yeah.
Yeah, that would suck. I'll run it to the higher here.
They do give you that second adjustment hole, so that might be...
Right. I think that's what it's all about. Yeah.
Okay. There's no bolt in the back on that side, right?
No, I don't have anything in the back. I figured I'd work this out.
You mean to pull up on it?
Be all this.
Is that an adjuster right there too?
It's like in between the holes. I may have to use the bottom. I don't know. Let's see how that is. Get more level. Yeah, that made it sit more level.
Okay.
Probably have to hike the back just to the top hole because of how it doesn't want to go down there. So maybe low on this front. That may be part of the alignment process. I'll tell you, I'm sure they're the right side, but I don't see these working any other way.
Yeah.
They weren't marked left, right, so I'm guessing. Good housekeeping here. I did sweep the floor and everything too, Mark. Beauty, eh?
All right, so we've pretty much mocked up the first one exactly where we like it. Jim, throw the door open. All right, so how easy does it slide back and forth on the tracks?
If it pulls further than you think, you got to really take it all the way.
Okay.
And it's just butter.
Oh, but I mean, that really goes forward. Look how much room you got in the back here.
Yeah, I mean, like.
Holy cow.
Yeah, it's.
You got tons of
A
room.
full-size person could sit back there.
Oh yeah. Now you slide back, and how is the tilt?
Oh yeah.
Range. Okay, you could take a nap. It's a lazy boy.
Put it forward, and it's like all the way.
Okay, now you can be homeless and sleep in your car
That's right.
very
I can camp
comfortably.
out. Don't let me get a hotel room.
There you are. Well, that's great.
Once I get the other holes poked, and then I'll mount that side and
Okay.
seatbelts.
So that's
I got to figure out what to do with the seatbelts. That part is still kind of open. Because bucket seats have different seatbelts.
yeah.
But
I mean, they'll work,
yeah,
right?
a big guy in it too.
Yeah, that's true. All right.
Yeah, man.
All right. So tracks and the seat doesn't sit too high, right?
It's perfect.
Okay.
Get a big guy in. See how the big guy feels.
All right. I'll try it. Yeah, headrooms. I mean, I'm 6'2". I got room. And I mean, I typically like to sit pretty upright.
Right, and it'll allow all that.
Yeah, that's really not bad. And it's set, you said it's set at the high level, or?
That's the highest level on there.
So you set it actually high.
Right, and it's perfect.
Yeah, man.
We couldn't ask for it to be any better.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the bolstering is nice. I mean, I'm trying to, you know, it's not really racy.
Right, because a big fella couldn't, you know, have a hard time with a lot of side bolstering up here in the
Yeah.
area, and that they're kind of, they move out enough to hug you,
Yeah.
but not strangle you.
Yeah, it really feels like a modern seat, like you jump in a Camaro or a Challenger, and it's got the nice bolstering, but it's not like, oh, I'm in a, you know, I'm in a Kirky race seat sort of thing.
I won't be sliding off the seat when I go around turns like the bench did. I had to really cinch my belt to hold myself straight. And these here are going to help me to stay straight.
Yeah, no, I
believe that's it.
Dude, these are a winner.
They're, yeah, chicken dinner.
Okay, all right, well, let's make it permanent then.
Yeah, I just got to poke the 2 holes through the carpet on the inner bolts, and I'll frame them down, and I'll go ahead and get that other seat put in.
10-4, let's do it.
And we'll be dead.
Now, these seat tracks do not come with the floor bolts. You're going to have to find your own bolts to go through the floorboard.
We got piles of bolts. Yeah, none of them.
Well, I know we've got all sorts of bolts, but I want to let people know that they...
These heads are too small to go through the floor part. They'll pull right through.
Okay.
So these were mainly for different mounting, I guess. They're all the same size, and they didn't want you to be shorted, I guess. I haven't figured that out yet.
All right.
Yeah, but these, you need a 3/8 bolt to hold them in.
Gotcha.
I use a 3/8 bolt. Some folks, the original were 5/16, but that just doesn't seem like enough to me.
Right.
It was enough for my Mopar.
Yeah.
In 1967.
Were they grade 8 bolts in 1967?
I don't know. What did they have in 67?
That's a good question. I don't know. All right, well, that's...
I was 4 years old. I don't know.
I was not any years old.
Not even a gleam in your daddy's eye.
No.
That's all right. You young people are okay too.
I don't think I'll be mistaken as young people anymore.
Well, to me you are, because I'm old people.
So there's that.
Lift kind of spoils you.
What's that?
Having a lift kind of spoils you.
Ruined you. I don't want to lay down on the ground at my house. I come here. Sure, we got to move a car or 3 sometimes, but at my age, I'm not crawling around the floor more. I think I'm through with that part of my life. Go ahead and do the ones I can see, and then I'll deal with that. I got enough sticking through here to get a nut and a washer on. Oh, wrong side washer.
Yeah, longer hardware.
Yep, just had to work okay in there.
Yeah, for the inside, you're just going to have to...
Working in my toolbox here.
Right.
There we go. And use the toolbox. And later on, I'll come back and put a plate across somehow that's going to make sense. I'll probably have to be 2 little square washer type things.
Yeah, I was going to say, just...
I may get them from Classic because they've got the actual one.
Okay.
And they weld in, and I'll weld it in there. It'll be fine. But for now, power tour. This will be good enough. Come on now, don't play that with me. I probably pushed it through just then.
All right, so all of the seat adjusters that you see here, it turns out, are all on the left-hand side. We thought maybe it would be opposite, and it would favor the tunnel, but...
Yeah, you wouldn't kick it on the way in, but hey. They look good.
Then again, you know, you're driving a stick shift. You don't want one more thing that your right hand has to do.
Right over there, yeah, I get it. It's a nice package. Seat cover is removable easily with a zipper. If you need to want to do any customization, or I wouldn't want to mess with them because they sit real nice and it's nice and soft.
Seats in. Let's see how it reaches.
I'll be closer to my shifter.
There you go. You can pull up nice. Get nice and tight on the wheel and on the pedals.
Yep.
That feels pretty good, right?
Oh yeah. My brake pedal's weird. I have to loosen that one nut, I think.
Okay.
You don't want to return. Okay.
Oh.
I think I took that big nut too tight. To figure that out. Oh yeah.
How's visibility over the?
Oh, I'm good. I've always had to look over the steering wheel, but I got more room. This is lower in the car than the other was.
It is.
So
Okay.
the shifter will be just really right.
Okay. Well, this is a good combination.
Yeah. And it keeps you in good. Let's see how the seatbelt. I got to do the the legal side.
Yeah. Well, the nice thing is that they're not so racy looking that it's like, oh, these don't belong in this car.
Right. It gives it a classic look.
Yeah. I mean, you see some of those seats and you're like, bro. You know, it's like, I just pulled these out of a Challenger. You're like, yeah, I can tell.
Yep.
You know, these actually look like a good fit stylistically.
Put that like that. Shoot. We're styling and profiling, man.
Okay. Check out your brake pedal, and then we got to run hydraulics, right?
Oh, I gotta take that bracket back off before I can take and loosen up that big nut. It's hidden behind that bracket. I didn't even think we were gonna have an issue with that.
All right, so you just hooked up the line.
Yeah, it comes from the pedal to the throwout bearing.
There we go.
And now,
So your pedal's hooked up. Now it's got to go back.
pulling the old hydraulic control unit out. Also.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing right now, taking this whole line off because it's still attached to the old master. I haven't pulled it out yet.
Okay.
We're kind of at that stage where it needs to come out, but I'm kind of tangled stuff.
Yeah, feeding it through.
And it's still hooked to the reservoir because I didn't want to put it everywhere yet. But not that the Hydromax is bad. It's a good unit. It just didn't work for my car. It shoved it in this little corner so tight that I couldn't adjust it right.
Oh, yeah.
I never could get the feel I was looking for out of it. And then, you know, APT came out with this neat little pedal deal. It's all one thing. I was like, I gotta own that.
Yeah. Well, that's why they offered an option.
Yeah. And this will give, you know, for those that if they have the same Hydromax and they want to change the feel to something that better suits them, maybe this is it. They're using the under dash master rather than the. I gotta figure out where it's coming through. I'm making a mess. But
Oh, you're getting most of it in the trash can. I think you're okay.
yeah, this floor's not super clean. I'm gonna have to undo the reservoir.
Yeah. All
I'm
right.
at that point. So
Bigger mess. Here we go.
yeah, messy mess. I'm trying to keep that where it's not hanging. I need a little more slack. Just till I can get this. Hang on, let me turn you. There we go. Don't pay attention to the wonderful wiring under here. That's all going to get addressed when the engine comes out. Remember, I've had this car since I was a teenager.
That's the nice thing about having a car for a really long time is it allows you to correct all the mistakes of your youth.
Yeah. No doubt.
It's one of the only opportunities that you have in life that you can go back and say, well, I screwed that up and I cut a bunch of corners when I was a kid,
That was a bad idea, yeah.
but now as an adult and with more time and patience and wisdom, I'm able to fix this. It's out. Shot at me.
Yeah, most of it. Oh, it is all the way, okay. I used that hole down there, but that won't work this time.
Yeah, you need a little bit higher.
Yeah, thread it through and then the nut on the backside kind of has
There you
that
go.
insurance policy. Beautiful.
All right.
Yeah, I'll Just have to wait to get the transmission back in it, and then we'll fill her up.
There you go.
I got my .4 in. I think I'm putting it in not too far.
You already up dowels in there?
Yeah, dowels are in.
How far offset are they?
21.
21?
And they don't want to go. Did I tap them into not being round? I don't think I gave them that much to think about. We're checking the centering of our Bellhousing. That's tight. Oh, that's as far as I got. Okay, well, that's that. Zero. He's just saying, damn, dude. I wonder if I could center that thing in the middle of the hole. If I get one bolt started, it do not fit the.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Mark's got the key.
They don't fit that, what you call it, that, whatever that thing's called. Fire bearing, that will. Yeah, it's not tight on the top. I'm gonna get it where, you know, no pressure on that. Come here. Fast to start anyway. Somewhere. Yeah, it doesn't fit that good, but it'll at least give you. I used to eyeball them. I used to never use a tool, but it's. All I did was eyeball and use my fingers around the edges. But if I had one, I'd use it. Like I said, mine may be in the back, but I don't have this thing in a position that I can let go of it. Then put the car down, put the engine just so it's in the balance. It'll let us move it around. Feel for the fingers to move. We still got to set the clutch depth correctly this time. More dang measuring.
Got a fresh TKX from American Powertrain. Ooh, let's get the nice plate on there too. That looks good.
Yeah, mine was dirty. Mine had all 20,000 miles of use on it. This is our homemade cradle.
Alright.
I think I can go on there and then I can do the...
You ready to grab it? Oh, they don't weigh nothing. Yeah.
What we've got to do here is we're going to take some more measurements up here. Put my throw out there and it's sitting up there. There's no fluid in it.
Nope. Yeah, you don't need this.
No.
Caution, no oil in transmission.
Hopefully I won't have fluid.
This is one of my favorite things from American Powertrain. If you guys have never seen this, is that not only is it a plug for the rear end, but they've actually knurled it so that as you twist, you literally rotate back here. So getting the transmission to set in is actually really easy using this. I think this is one of the most clever little innovations that they added, is that it just will spin the whole input shaft.
This sets on. It looks like that have a more positive
Oh, there you go.
interlock, you know, I kind of, that's all the different
That
directions.
grabs really nice, yeah.
Yeah, it does. I think that's good there. Cool. That's the white lightning shifter, they call it.
Yeah.
And it puts it in the mid, which it can be put in 3 other places. I think they have another that hangs off that goes there and puts it way back if you need it back. It's all about taking care of people.
Well, the versatility of the application is,
Yep.
I mean,
They want this
Mustang,
thing-
Camaro, Mopar, whatever it is, you know.
They want it to fit it all with very little, if any, like this car. It went right in.
Right.
I just didn't need the tunnel piece that I ordered, but I had one. But you just never know. Let's see if this one will go on. Because it's probably going to have to come off again. Because I got to make a reading from here to here. And then from the Bellhousing to the fingers on the, oh, it's already zeroed. So I'm going.
Yeah, take your depth measurement.
Well, the thing about that, I got to be on the finger. Oh yeah, we'll take off.
We'll just take 20 thousandths off, and that way you can go right up to the lip, and you'll be.
Slipped a little. Try that again. Two would add 20 thousandths to 3.13. Just topping off the fluid in it. nice new mufflers. Because the other ones were bent from the idiot that ran into. Wow, that's a long way to go. I guess I should turn it up a little. There we go. This gear made such a difference in how it takes off. That vibration. I think it's the drive shaft angle at the transmission.
Oh, okay.
Pedal throw is just perfect. These seats hold me in so nice. I'm not chasing all over the big seat no more. Man, it's just a different car. Sent a picture to my son. He's like, I can't wait to drive that thing, Dad. Yeah. Said it's different. You'll have to learn how to drive because the clutch is too easy now. It's a world away from the other one. I'm taking it super easy with it. I'm doing my brake-in time. I'm not going to do anything to hurt this thing.
Okay, so as we wrap up this video, in preparing Jim's car for next week's power tour, we have to go over everything as kind of a recap because Jim's really been busting his butt getting his 67 Belvedere ready for the power tour. What's the grocery list of everything that we went over?
Wow, where do we start, right? First off, we swapped in a new TKX Tremec transmission from American Powertrain. They also had me put in a hydraulic clutch pedal. It's their new setup, and the thing is ridiculous. It's like butter. It's got a center force clutch disc in it. It's a Kevlar ceramic blend, puck style on one side and the fiber on the other. Super smooth. It's the best choice for this car.
The center force.
Center force. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And we put in some TMI bucket seats. They're classic style. They're super comfortable. It's like sitting on a couch. They hold you in. The bolstering is not so much that it's annoying to you. It just sort of keeps you in place in the turns and stuff. I put some green bearings in the back. We got rid of the tapered roller bearings in my 8 3/4 rear end, and we put a 391 gear in it with a Sure Grip.
Yeah, unfortunately we weren't able to film that.
Yeah,
that was done in between work shifts and different hours, and you squeezed that one in pretty quickly.
The laundry list on this one was way more than we did on your car.
Oh yeah,
yours was maintenance, and mine was wholesale changes.
Oh yeah, we had the transmission out on it. You were doing a whole mess of work on it.
It was so worth it though. The car's going to be really drivable. I'm not even thinking about the trip as far as worrying about anything, so hopefully everybody else is that confident in there.
And drivability, of course, you said you've already put over 100 miles on the transmission in 3 days.
Getting it broke in so we can change in some synchro mesh and then head on the trip.
Yeah. So the new center force clutch and the hydraulic clutch pedal itself has just made drivability all that much more enjoyable.
Oh yeah, it's just takes right off. The other pedal I had, a lot of that was my fault. The whole geometry was a little out, and it was either out or in. It had a really aggressive clutch disc in it, and it's on or off. And then this one here, he just told me that, you know, that it's going to make it better in town, and I'll sue that. Well, it did. It's just super nice. You don't even know it's a, you know, got a radical clutch, but when you want it, it's right there.
That's awesome. So big shout out to American Powertrain.
Oh, yeah.
What was his name again?
Drew.
Drew at American Powertrain. Drew was really great in helping us out.
He was. Everybody there, the whole crew was great. They all had to come say hi, and they were all, you know, good looking us and all that. So we'll see them on the tour. They're going to be on
that's
the tour,
true.
so we'll look them up over there.
Yeah, well, obviously they got a really happy customer with you.
Yes, sir. I'll have, my truck will have a TKX in it too when we do it.
That's
so
awesome.
I'm sold on it.
That's great. Well, we're going to wrap this one up, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, why don't you give it a like, maybe leave a comment. Definitely share it with your friends. They'll help us grow the channel. And if you haven't already, why don't you hit the subscribe button, because we noticed that almost over 75% of all of our viewers are yet to be subscribers. So why don't you hit that subscribe button? It doesn't cost you a dime, and you won't miss out on any of the things that we publish. We try to put out a video every week, if not every other week. And if you want more awesome Mopar content, why don't you visit us over at www.moparconnectionmagazine.com, where new articles are written and published for free Monday through Friday, entirely subscription free to you. We'll see you there.